All right, welcome back to the podcast. Got AJ Brimson here today. Welcome, mate.
Yeah, cheers for having me, boys. Pretty stoked to be here. First podcast, so should be good.
Beautiful.
You wanted to give us a little bit of background on yourself, bro? Where you from?
So originally from Brisbane.
Yeah.
Born in Brisbane and lived there till I was probably about maybe 8 or 9. Went to Ipswich. Was there. Then my mum met a partner down the coast, so I went down to Telbudger, St Andrews. And then was really into my touch football back then. Went to Benoa State High School for a couple of years and then realised I was into my rugby league.
Yeah.
And ended up at Keebra Park. So pretty much went to Keebra as a 15-year-old and loved footy as a young kid, but never really. I was more of a touch kid, sort of. Didn't really know the rules and that. I remember we were there in year 10 and they said, stand for a kickoff, and I had no idea where halfback stood. I was watching everyone else going, where are you standing? And they kind of taught me just the basics of rugby league, and then our coach, who was our maths teacher, who's my mate's Ben Wolf down at Tweed. He was our maths teacher at the time, and then he got a gig coaching the 20s Titans, and he said, do you want to come down to a training trial just when I was about 15 or 16, and it all just happened from there, and I just was in there for the holiday clinics, so they get 50 kids in, and then I was lucky enough to get the pretty much completely minimum contract, but I was stoked because I was signed to an NRL club.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I've just been there ever since. I think it's been about 5 years now. So yeah, that's me. Done.
So when you were at Benoa, from Benoa to Keebra, that's a step up. Did you make that decision, or did someone come to you and was like, "Oh, I can see you got a bit of talent"?
Oh no, that was all me. Well, my brother went there.
Yeah.
He ended up leaving, but he was there, and my mum was always, you're not going to Keebra. She was always, no way. I've heard there's fights there. There's big Islander boys there. There's big kids. And I was like, oh, whatever, fair enough. And then, Will, my brother, was there and he was really enjoying it and playing good footy. And I ended up leaving third term. So I finished my third term at Benoa, went to Keebra term 4. I don't know why, but I ended up doing that. And, all the kids at Benoa were like, oh, you're going to get bash, you're going to get white boy and all this. And I went there.
White boy.
Everyone was that nice to me.
Yeah.
Everyone was that good, and I was just like, this is sweet. So I'm really glad I did it.
That's sick. Yeah. Were you there when Payne was there?
Yeah.
A few of them big lads?
Yeah, so I played with Payne. There's some boys who played, they won it 2013, I think, which I was in year 10, and they won the Australian Schoolboys comp, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, we had Payne, Mo, Jesse Arthurs.
Did you go to school with Tyrone? Robert Stavis?
Yeah, I went to school with him.
He's our good mate from Kempsey.
Yeah, right.
We had him on as well, yeah.
Yeah, when he came up, he was just, there wasn't many Aboriginal or Indigenous at the school.
Yeah.
And he was literally one of the first, and he was an absolute freak. I remember they were trialling one day, and they said, this boy from down south, and he just killed it.
Yeah, he's a gunner.
And he was always just known as Bulla.
Bulla.
Just Bulla. Bulla with his big afro.
Yeah.
Nah, he's a good dude. Yeah, we worked it out the other day, we had about six in our year 12 team to play first grade, and we lost second round of finals to Palm Beach. We got beaten, so we didn't utilise it.
It happens. So how old were you when you made your debut?
I didn't think about this. I was 19.
19. Who gave you the call? How'd you find out?
So there was a few whispers and that throughout the weeks. Through the boys, and Kane LG went back to Tweed, and I thought that might have been my opportunity, and then he played Bryce Cartwright in the 6 for a few weeks before I made my debut. So there was a few whispers, the team, we weren't winning, which would have been good for my opportunity.
Yeah.
And, I was kind of just trying to play the best I could at Tweed, and, there's a few boys saying, you'll be there soon, you're there next week, whatever, and then I was just there at training, and then Breno kind of called me over. I was always, the last couple of weeks before that, I was kind of looking at him do you want to talk to me? Or something like that. I was just please call me over. But so he ended up just kind of called me over, and he said, do you reckon you want to play first grade this week? And I was like, bloody hell. He's like, yeah, do you reckon you're ready? And I'm like, yeah, 100%. I wasn't going to be like, nah.
Yeah, confidence.
Nah, keep me in cup. So, I was like, yeah, no, definitely, I can't wait. And he said, all right, sweet, I won't tell anyone, but you'll be named in the team this week. And I was just like, yeah, I was stoked as obviously. And then you could see, you kind of walk back and you can't not smile, and the boys looking at you, just head down. They're like, what's happening? You go, nah, nothing. But then he ended up telling them in the team meeting anyway. But it was pretty cool.
Yeah. What did you start?
Yeah.
For your debut?
Yeah,
Where were you playing?
I played at Suncorp Stadium against Melbourne Storm in a double header. It was a big game. We played Storm and then Broncos played Manly, but there was like all the double headers do. There was a big crowd and we went in leading and I was thinking, I'm going to beat this Storm my debut. This is sick. And then they were pumping us in the second half. But no, it was sick. It was mad.
That's a good debut, but up against the best.
Yeah.
Like, they've been good for so long.
And at Suncorp, like when I was young, I was a Broncos fan and I'd go to Suncorp every Friday night. And then, to debut, that was pretty cool.
It's crazy. And who'd you ring straight away as soon as you found out?
My mum. But, like, it wasn't one of those, expectation versus reality. It wasn't like, it just kind of, I don't even remember the phone call. It wasn't like they was put it on speaker and everyone's listening. I just think I told her, or maybe I even didn't ring her, I told her in person or something, because I know they said kind of keep it on the down low.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, there's no big story behind it.
Yeah.
It wasn't tears or anything. It was more just...
Whose was it this year? There was some young bloke made his debut for Cronulla. Oh, Bronson Cherry. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I saw that video.
Yeah, that
was a cute video.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy,
Yeah, no, it's cool, man. Like, I was definitely emotional, but I don't know, I don't really get, like, too emotional over that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I was stoked, but it wasn't, like... Yeah, it wasn't as hectic as that.
Yeah.
But I think there's another one. I think Tanner Boyd had another video with the Titans. He debuted at the end of last year. And similar thing, I think he got a bit emotional on the phone to his old man. It's pretty cool.
So when he told the boys, how were they? Like,
Tanner?
No, your debut.
They're kind of stoked. Obviously they cheered and then you kind of walk down to training and they're all coming up to you going like you just give you confidence. You'll go good, man. Just play your game, all this stuff. And that was pretty cool. And then we did like, you have to do a team song, or you have to like sing or dance for 30 seconds or whatever. So, that was pretty funny. And then Branko made his club debut the same game, Branko Lee.
Yeah.
So that kind of helps. So we both had to like sing in that, but that was sweet. It was mad, especially being in Brisbane. I can get out with my family and friends there as well, compared to like somewhere like Sydney. So
how'd you play? Do you remember?
I remember. I think I was.
Were you happy?
I was pretty happy. There was some things I wasn't stoked with, but I think I kind of critiqued myself pretty harshly as well. You know? But I think my main job out there was to just make my tackles and pretty much make my tackles and help out Ash, I think it was at the time. And I defended quite well, so I think I half let in a try, so I was pretty off that. But but nah, he just said, I thought you did well, and I'm going to stick with you for next week. And but he was really good, Breno, with my debut. He really just didn't say you got to run the team. He just said make your tackles, run the ball,
do your thing.
Yeah, have fun. Like there's no pressure on you. Ash will run the team, and you just help him out. So he really helped it. And then the next week, we're at home. We got a win against Knights. So it was just like on cloud nine. It was mad.
So when did you debut? What year was it?
It was 2018. 2018.
Was that year Ty made his debut?
Ty Roberts?
Yeah.
I think he made it the year before.
Okay, righto.
Yeah, I think he made it the year before, and I think he played a couple of games. Yeah, because he played earlier on, I think, 2017.
Yeah, it must have been, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just on that. So, obviously, we're heaps good mates with Ty, and we used to go watch his play 20s.
Yeah.
He's had a fucking gun little team there.
Yeah.
Did you win? You didn't make the finals, did you?
Nah.
So he's had, because I remember looking back, he's had like Ethan Roberts, yourself, Ty, was it Jed Carr, right?
Yep.
He was playing, like, he's had a
Philip
good team.
Sammy.
Yeah, Philip Sammy.
We had Mo. We had
some big boys too, like,
we had an
forwards.
awesome team. And we were like, if we were hot, no one could beat us. But we were hot like once every 5 games.
Yeah, when you're cold, you're fucking cold.
Yeah, we were horrible. We couldn't make tackles, couldn't hold the ball. Like we pumped Penrith, who were like 2nd or 3rd down in Penrith, and we put them like 40-something to like 16, and we were just like, everything was just working. And like when we were like that, like players like Phil, Sammy, and Ty, and that, like we were just unstoppable. Yeah. But then I think we finished like 12th or something. Like it was just.
What's the biggest step? Like obviously it's a lot faster. What's the biggest change from 20s or reserves to first grade? For you, what do you think?
I don't know. I swear, like I just feel like everyone's kind of onto it a little bit more. Like when I was playing cup, you could kind of like creep, like playing fullback, you can kind of creep down short sides that don't really like see it coming or stuff like that. Whereas you try to NRL, you look up and they've got more defenders in front of you.
More structured and shit, eh?
Yeah, like they're just, and like the forwards are more mobile. Some forwards in cup might be a bit older and a bit less fit, and you can kind of take advantage. Where these guys, they're all big, but they're all still mobile. So like I think that's the biggest thing. Just they all know their job, and yeah, they're all pretty switched on people.
Yeah.
Makes it hard. It's pretty annoying.
Yeah, so obviously when you're playing 20s, you're pretty small.
Yeah.
Like watching back, like don't take offense, but we're like this, like, because we thought like back then Tyrone was like a freak, and we're like, we thought, I thought it was Ethan and Tyrone, and then I feel it was good. Like, he was a gun, but I guess I didn't really watch many games, but there was only one of our mates that said, he was like, AJ's gonna make it. His name's Lachlan Glee. He'll love a fucking shout out. But funny story, at school he's trying to get into thing. He's like, who are you? And he's like, my name's Brim. He used to say that he was AJ Brimson.
Oh,
he's
really?
going to hate that I mentioned that. But yeah, so pretty much you obviously proved us wrong. Did anyone ever tell you back then, like, you're too small? Because you hear a lot of players like, oh, Preston's like, oh, he's too small, or this person's too small. Did you ever hear any of that, or?
To be honest, not really. It was kind of funny. I used to sometimes watch the 20s games back.
Yeah.
And I never thought on the field I was that small.
Yeah.
I feel like when sometimes people meet me, they're like, oh, I thought you were like smaller. And
Yeah.
not that I'm big, but there was
was
times where like, like me and Ethan would be like the same height and that. But then I think I was running away, and the commentators, Andy Raymond's like, oh, will his little legs get him there? And I'm going, I'm not like that little. Like,
His little legs get him
yeah, I always remember that. I'm thinking like, what a dog. Like, but not really. No one ever really said, you're too small.
Yeah.
And I never really thought I was anyway, because I
Yeah.
know there's player like most halfbacks and all that out there aren't that big. So that wasn't really a factor.
Yeah. What's your biggest obstacle in your career so far, your short career? Like,
As in like overcome.
yeah, what have you had to overcome?
Probably just my shoulder surgery.
Yep.
I've had a lucky life so far with injury. So, and that I've only had surgery. I've had surgery twice now, but just the first year I was just loving footy when I first came to NRL, and my second last game, I was running down the sideline, kicked it back infield for Phil, and Billy Slater's just smashing at the sideline. And I remember just like kind of landing like right in where our box sits, our bench. And I remember just landing and like half upside down just looking to hope he scored, and the Fox ended up holding up over the line. But he got him back, so that's all right. But yeah, and then I just remember like my shoulder was that sore, and I just remember the trainer just saying like, oh, don't hold your shoulder, they'll know like it's sore, like they'll come at you. And I'm just like, well, it is pretty sore. And ended up played the last game, and it was sore for the last game, and then had to get surgery in the off season. I'd never really had surgery, and that's all I wanted. And I said, I don't care if I have to rehab it every day. I just don't want to have surgery, because I don't want to have something that I feel like is always going to be like bothering me. But I had surgery, and like pretty strict on my rehab stuff, and still do shoulder stuff now. And yeah, kind of came back, and I was in the bike for the first 6 weeks pre-season, wasn't training and that was pretty annoying. I'm kind of missing out on some stuff. And then but I was stoked last year that it all turned out all right, but just obviously having to strap it now, have like a brace and that for it. But that's probably the hardest thing. It's been pretty good so far.
So that was not last season, the season before?
Yeah, so I did it at the end of 2018.
Yeah.
So I had it for this season.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've already had it done, but yeah.
Yeah.
And but touch wood, it keeps going well, but everything else went sweet. I come back for the last trial game and came back in season, so could have been worse.
Yeah, definitely worked out well.
Yeah.
What was the actual injury? Was it dislocated or?
So I subluxed it. So I popped in and out on the field.
Yeah.
But I've never had any problems with my shoulders, so I had no idea. I just thought it was sore. It wasn't like excruciating and in the heat of the game. And it was funny because that same game in the second half, I broke something, like I did something to like one of my fifth metacarpals, and after the game, like, you know, they get so sore, and I kind of wasn't thinking about my shoulder. I was like, man, my hand is that sore. So that night, it was all about my hand. I went and got a scan. There was a fracture or something, so I needed to go get a guard made and that was pretty sore. And then it was about Monday, and I'm trying to put my shirt on, and I'm lifting my shoulder going, this is so bad. And then a couple of days, or maybe Tuesday, I was getting treatment with the physio, and she's like, this feels pretty bad. Like, maybe you should just get a scan just in case.
Yeah.
And that's when I got a scan on it, and they said, oh, it's been subluxed and all this. And I just said to physio, like, do I need surgery? He goes, no, you shouldn't. And I was like, oh, happy days.
Yeah.
Can I play this week? And he goes, oh, it's kind of up to you. It was pretty sore. I didn't train all week. never had my shoulder strapped ever. I didn't know what to expect. So I had that strap with this big guard on my hand. Ended up playing, and I was just like on cloud 9, and then freaking got a call like a week later saying like, because I had to get scans on the last day just to make sure, and then they're like, oh, you're gonna have to need a Rico or something. So I got like a full Rico, like bone blocking that is something in there.
Yep.
But yeah, I was pretty gutted. I was just like, wow, because I knew I'd just be in that sling for 6 weeks and then rehab for another 6 to 12, whatever. Yeah.
Were you pretty worried? Because a lot of people, you see it all the time where they play 5 or 6 first grade games and then they get an injury and then that's it.
Yeah, definitely. And I can see how it happens. You know, I think like I think the average is 50 games or some shit in a career, but like I can see how it happens. You know, something like this happens and then somebody takes your spot and starts playing well, and it's easy to get forgotten about. It's pretty savage.
Yeah.
Just on that topic, does it suck? Like, just say one of your mates, just say you're injured, it might not happen to you, and then one of your mates is in the team and he's playing good. You kind of want to be happy for him, but then you're kind of like, fuck, that's my spot.
Yeah, it does get a little bit awkward. You know, I've got, like last year with Flash, Michael Gordon, we were both, I wanted to be fullback last year, but I never didn't want him to do well in that, especially because he's a legend bloke and that. But there is times where the boys be like, oh, like they'll G up and be like, oh, AJ said like he should be fullback, and I'm standing there like I didn't say that, and then he's kind of like, and then it's kind of like that little bit like just that little bit awkward, or there's 4 halves and only 2 are going to be in the halves, and then you kind of like having a laugh, and it's kind of like, well, you know, they kind of don't want you to play that well, like deep down, like, they want to play first grade, but not me personally. Like I always try to go make like there's a young fullback Jaden Campbell coming through who looks really good, and I'm like, I try to do the opposite because I don't want to look like that dude that's like, oh, Jaden's not that good. You know what I mean? Like, I'd try to go extra and be like, yeah, nice, Jade. Like, just so like he doesn't think I'm an idiot. Like, because no one wants that. You look like an idiot. So, but there is definitely times where it's kind of like, oh, they're hanging out together, but one of them's going to be the centre this year, sort of thing. So.
Yeah, because don't the halves hang out? And then I've listened to other podcasts and they talk about like the halves hang out and then the forwards will hang out kind of thing, and then like the wingers.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, because like there's forwards and backs do gym and that, so you tend to see the forwards more together and the backs more together. And yeah, I don't know. I know like for instance last year, Philip, Sammy, and Branko were good mates, but then kind of competing sometimes would Branko be wing and Phil wouldn't. You know what I mean? Like, but I guess when they're mates like that, they're never really they're mates first kind of thing. Doesn't really get too bad.
That's a good attitude to have.
Yeah.
Well, I think you've cemented your spot. You just re-signed. Congratulations, mate.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
You happy?
Stoked.
Yeah.
And that was the ideal outcome. I didn't want to move away anywhere. So.
You love it on the GC?
Yeah. Nah, it's sick. Hopefully I can move down south sometime and maybe near here.
Yeah.
Nah, it's good, man. I was stoked.
Yeah. So just on Titans, obviously as a team you didn't have the best year, but as an individual you had a really good breakout year, we thought.
Oh,
tell us how you feel about the team.
Yeah, it was a long year.
Yeah,
it's kind of obviously winning 4 games it's pretty hard. Like, you try play footy for the right because you love it, and that's when you end up playing your best footy because you're just playing for fun. But when you're getting beaten, you know, like 80% of the games, it makes it kind of hard to turn up mentally, and then you kind of see us as soon as they'd pile on a try or 2, we were done. We were mentally just like weak, and we just expected to lose kind of in the end. So it was a hard year, and as much as like playing NRL is the dream and that, I think a lot of people were hanging on for off season. They were just kind of ready to start fresh. They knew that season was dusted. So it made it pretty hard. And with myself, it's kind of hard in and out of positions. But deep down I thought like I was decent this year. I think I don't know, I feel like the fans backed me and they thought I played well, which is good, but there was definitely times where I was, you know, head down in the game review and that going, I'm going to get sprayed here for missing this or dropping that and that. So there's definitely lots I'm trying to work on this preseason because like I know I need to be better. Yeah.
Well, obviously, you made the Queensland squad. Is that right? How was that? What was that like?
Yeah,
so obviously you're playing good enough.
Yeah, no, I was stoked with that. That was mad. That was kind of one of those ones where, you know, you kind of walk in, you kind of see like Ben Hunt and you see Cherry Evans, and it's kind of like it's a bit, you know, you're hanging around with some big dogs there. So it was pretty cool. Like just getting to train with that, and the fans, they get to go to all the trainings, and just to wear like, just to even think about like, I think that playing for Queensland is like you're the best of the best.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's kind of like, I feel like deep down, like I could be playing a lot better footy, or I should be, and I was in the squad. I think more for development type stuff, but still, and I was thinking like it was pretty cool to kind of sit back and think, oh, like I'm actually here, like training with these boys. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just crazy because how old are you now? 22?
21.
21. Oh, you're 21.
Yeah, I turned 21 September.
Yeah, so getting in there that young with the big dogs.
Big dogs.
It's a bit scary.
Yeah, it is. You kind of like.
You can't just sit in the corner and not say much.
You kind of sit there and eat dinner. You don't want to be like, "Fuck, this guy's picking out." You know, like you start overthinking little things like, do I look overdressed? Do they think I'm try? Do they think I'm try hard? You want to talk to them, but you don't want to like them to be like, this guy's so annoying, or you don't want them to be like, this guy doesn't talk, he's a loser. So you kind of just like work your way, and then by the end of the week, you know, you're comfortable with them playing cards and all that sort of shit. But it was a bit scary, definitely.
Yeah,
it's cool, but.
And then obviously played for the Junior Kangaroos.
Yep.
So you're playing good football.
You played nines too.
Yeah, and won the nines.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, they were both cool.
Yeah, tell us about that. Like,
so the nines was kind of similar to that Origin camp. Kind of a lot of big dogs in there, Big Frizzell and Josh Adokar, and but it was kind of cool because I kind of thought, you know, nines was more like a game suited to me, like sort of in a way. So I kind of felt a bit more comfortable in that, and I kind of knew like a few of them with Ben Hunt and all Cherry Evans and that from Queensland camp and that sort of stuff. So I caught up with Kalen Ponga, who I knew, and other boys like that who I'm kind of already mates with. So but yeah, just kind of clicked with everyone, and then in the tournament it was sick. You kind of like the first game, I remember Josh Adokar scored that runaway within like a minute, and I was on the bench and I just looked at him like, this is sick. Like he's a freak, man. And Dave Fafita and boys like that. Like it was so good winning so many games.
Yeah.
Obviously coming off a season where you win 4 all year to undefeated there and then pumping that France team, it was just like, how good's winning? It was just like, I love footy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It was got that love for it back.
It was so cool to just let everyone just kind of had trust in everyone. You could pass it to Wade Graham and he'd do something.
He's a freak, man.
He is. He was our co-captain. He is so smart at nines. He is such a good nines player and a freak footy player. But I just remember thinking, man, this guy's a gun.
Just that left foot kick as well. Like, he used to play. I think he played 5'8". Back in his day.
I think he debuted. In the halves. And he's a legend too. And like everyone got along, and then players like the Fox and that. It's just crazy. So
love the Fox, eh?
Yeah, he's the man.
Who got player of the tournament? It was one of
Moses.
Was it? Oh yeah, he had a good breakout year this year.
He was really good. Yeah, he was a good nines player as well, and he's a legend. Him and Gutho, they were funny, man. Gutho is that funny.
Yeah, I follow Gutho on Instagram. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah. Do you follow Bloke in a Bar?
Yeah.
He's good, eh?
He is that funny, man.
All his memes and his videos.
Bro, he is that funny, man.
I don't know how he thinks of it. When was it? When we went and sat down there and had a few beers with him? Like it was like last year. It was the
start of this year.
He was kind of like, because he's pretty big now.
Yeah.
He was kind of small. And like your dad said, gave us so much time. Like we were just talking about footy and shit. Like,
well, we just went there thinking, we'll just go there, check out his bar, but he's actually there serving beers all day.
Yeah,
it's pretty
sick.
hectic.
Yeah,
and he just talks footy all day. It's sick.
He loves it, man. The videos and like just his captions for his memes or photos, man. And
he's got like thousands of people sending in like Goosey videos.
He's honestly
Goosey
erupted that Goosey. I've sent him a few videos of.
Yeah, I've seen a few of you and your mates. Yeah, it's crazy.
He's that funny, man. I heard I asked some of the boys like J-Well or people like that who were at Broncos or Dale Copley, and they say he was that funny back in the day as well. Just like piss taker, and he takes piss of himself.
Yeah, that's what I like. He just rips into himself. He doesn't care.
His nose.
Yeah, he's not up himself or anything by any means. Like,
he's
gave us so much time.
He got in so early too with like, there's a bit of like, just back in the day, he was onto like the podcast before it was even like now, cause like since we've started, like we obviously seen everyone else doing like, let's give it a go. But he was there years. Like I swear it's been like,
I think Mundine was his first. I read something the other day. He got Mundine on early on. Yeah. It's crazy, man.
It's good because he like kind of cuts it up and puts it on his Facebook at different times. Like
and it gets
relevant.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Let's go back to Titans. Obviously, it wasn't the best year. How, like, as a young, because you're only 21, who do you look to when you're losing? Because it sucks. Is there anyone in the team that you kind of go to for support?
As in the middle of the game? Or
No, like
out?
after.
Oh,
After losses.
I don't know. It's kind of a hard one. I think Ryan James he's the man off the field. He's such a good leader off the field.
Because he's a skipper as well.
Yeah.
Isn't he, when he's playing?
Obviously, he was injured this whole year, but I don't know. I guess we kind of just used to come. There wasn't really one person I'd go up to and ask. It was kind of we'd have our team review, and then a lot of the times the coach will even we'd just have a boys chat because you can talk about everything, just the boys and that. But obviously, it just wasn't working this year.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard. But I guess.
Do you think you can put it down to anything with like why it just didn't really work for you this year?
I don't know. I was trying to think throughout the year and the off season, like what actually, like to try pinpoint what actually went wrong, and it's a hard one. Like, I think we got off to a bad start, and like we had a pretty tough. Like we had Canberra round 1, who no one knew was gonna make the final.
Yeah.
But we got beaten by them, and then we got beaten by Sharks, Shark Park. Then we had Rabbitohs and Warriors in New Zealand.
Yeah,
So
we
had a hard start, and we just lost the Rabbitohs by like 4 points in Sydney, and that would have been a good win. And I guess the team was a bit. So in preseason I was training in the halves, and then it was Tyrone and Ash in the halves.
Yeah.
And then it was and then Ash got injured the week before round 1, so then it was me and Tyrone, and about 5 minutes in, Tyrone
Yeah, I
did
do
his
remember that.
Achilles.
Yeah.
So it was me and Peachy, and me and Peachy hadn't trained together once, and then the next week it was me and Jaxie, and then I was kind of playing 14 in New Zealand, and then it just kind of chopped and changed, and I think the start kind of rattled us, a bad start, and I don't know, we had some injuries, but like every team has injuries, like.
And you've got a good team on paper.
We got a good squad, man. We have we don't have any new players this year. Like we have young people coming through.
Yeah.
But we didn't buy any players, and I'm still confident. It's not like we needed any players.
No.
Like if we all play well, our team's that good.
Yeah.
All across the park. So yeah, I don't know. I can't really put it down to one thing. I guess we're just like mentally soft with staying in the grind last year. We just wanted to. If we won, if you look at our wins, we'd win by like 16. We wouldn't win by 2.
Yeah.
If it was close, we couldn't hold on. We just wanted to win easily. Flick pass or like get runaway tries, but we didn't want to play for 80 minutes and kick a field goal in the last minute, sort of thing.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Which is what we need to get better at.
What's your preferred position? Because it would be tough. You're playing fullback 1 week, then you're in the halves, then you're 14. Like, what is your preferred position?
I think now, it's fullback.
Yep.
But it's just a matter of training there. So, like I said last year, I was hoping to come in and train in the fullback position.
Yep.
Ended up training the halves, which I'm comfortable with, and then kind of played a big stint of fullback throughout the year with Michael Gordon's injury. So, both years I've played fullback.
Yeah.
But I haven't had a preseason there.
Yeah.
And so, but I've enjoyed fullback the most. It's not as especially when you're losing all your games. They always look to the halves. So it took a lot of pressure off me, as in like run this team. Ash and Tia injured. This is your team, and then you'd go to shit, and you'd be like, bang, like
halves get bashed.
Yeah, you're not doing this. You're not doing this, which is all good. But then when I was playing fullback, I was like, I just got to worry about myself. I just got to do my job, and I just asked the halves, where are we going? What are we doing? Which made it a bit easier. So I think fullback now.
You got to be fit to be back there, yeah?
Yeah, I'm working on it. I had a big trip to Europe, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, that's good.
When you think about your preferred position, do you think ahead to rep footy? You're thinking like, oh, there's a good player here. If I'm really going to play in a rep team, I'm going to have to be as good as him and better. Do you think about that, or is it just like I want to play fullback because that's just where I prefer to play?
It's kind of a tough one because you got like Caitlin Ponga fullback and obviously he's a freak. But I'm kind of like whether I play in half or fullback, if I was ever to make a debut for any rep side, it'd probably be at 14 anyway. So I don't think playing at half or fullback would really impact that anyway, because I think I would, if I was to get picked anything in the future, I think I would come off the bench at the start anyway. So, to be honest, but like club footy's like most important at the moment. So like, I just want to play good footy there, and anything else is like a bonus sort of thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Media. Let's talk about the media.
Yeah, so
fucking media.
Yeah. They're obviously Titans got bashed this year in the media. Do you read much on that? Do the boys read much into the media, or is kind of
I don't personally.
Yeah.
Only media I ever find out is
Insta and shit like that?
Insta, and my mum will be like, "Oh, there's this in the newspaper. Have you read this article?" I'm like, "Nah, I haven't."
Yeah.
But the only other things is kind of stuff you'd see. But I know it probably hit some of the boys hard this year because they were pretty relentless and pretty savage. So I guess you just got to, I don't know, it just comes with it. They just
Comes with the job, yeah.
they build you up, and then they just, as soon as you do something wrong, they just shoot you straight down. So you kind of learn obviously not to be fazed by it, because you go through the comments after we lose, and they we have the most negative fans sometimes. Like there's always those loyal ones that kind of stick by, and they have right to be angry.
Yeah,
when you put in some performances, but I mean, you'll play a hard game, and sometimes the comments will be, F this guy off and all this, and it's pretty savage. And like, I've been lucky so far that most of the fans have been positive to me, and like I love that. But I could imagine if I was some of the other boys, you'd be like, man, this sucks. So you just wouldn't read it.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to media.
It's kind of tough in Australia, eh? Like you said, they build you up and then they just beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, it's like, even like Brodie Croft at the moment, they're pumping him up so much. Not that he's not a good player, but everything's just he's this. Yeah. And you can just see as soon as there's one thing, it's
it's gonna come.
He's the right, it's just.
I think he got put in the
leadership.
Yeah, the leadership group already, and it's like, I suppose they got a young side up in Brisbane.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's going to be a lot of, because they have had that they're missing the half for a few years, and then this year he's going to come in, and if they lose, he's going to cop it hard.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, he's got a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah.
Even locker room said the other day, like, there's that Flanagan at Roosters with a lot of pressure on him, for Cronk, but he said he's got just as big as a role as well. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Broncos one of the biggest clubs in the game, and he's coming in there, and they've already said, you're in the leadership group, you're going to be the halfback. And it's interesting what they're going to do in the halves.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, because at least Flanagan's got Keary, and then he's got Teddy at the back.
Oh, I think Flanagan's a good player, and he's going to probably enjoy playing in
definitely.
that team.
Whereas Croft's pretty much the man, because he's got Darius. I think Darius is going to play 6 again.
Is he? I have no idea.
What? Well, I don't think they picked anyone else up.
So there's a few rumours.
Oh, they got Milford as well.
It could be Milford at fullback. Could be Jermaine Osako at fullback with Milford in the halves.
And what are they going to do with Darius?
Well, I have no idea. I mean, it could be Darius in the centres. It could be Darius on the wing, fullback. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting because Tom Dearden said, like, the next thing.
True.
And he's a halfback, kind of like Brodie Croft.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like they're similar players. Yeah. And usually you have your Cronk and your Keary, like your traditional halfback and Cronk, and then you have a Keary who's a running.
Yeah.
Like Adam Reynolds and Cody Walker, like stuff like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens because he's a good player, Tom Dearden, and they had a lot of raps on him like last year.
Yeah, he was meant to be the next thing there, and he unfortunately did get injured.
So no, it'll be interesting to see what all happens. But I think with those sort of things, it all ends up working itself out.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of sit there in preseason and go, how's he going to get in the team if he does? And then you come round one and this guy's injured and this guy's in this position now, and it kind of just works itself out.
I think the fact that they've got such a good pack, like Payne, Matt Lodge. I was impressed with Lodge last year, and then they've got Dave Fafita and those boys coming through. Might help Croft a little bit.
Yeah, they got a gun pack, and it's young. They got Flegler, Carrigan.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to keep him all.
Yeah.
That's their problem. It's pretty big though, Croft moving from Storm. Like if you're in Storm, like in that system, it's a dream. But I guess he was in and out this year.
Yeah, I think they kind of.
And then there's those photos, the media again. There's those photos of him and
Siebes.
Yeah, Siebes. Yeah, Siebes wants to coach up
I
there.
I don't get the media. Honestly, they know everything.
Yeah, I know. That's like
it's kind of like I signed, and you're kind of just waiting for somebody to post it before Titans have announced it. And it's like, how could you possibly know that? I don't know how some people like who's taking that photo of him and who's sending it in.
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing. Dog things that
people send it in, and I don't know if they get money for it and that, but it's like, what are you up to?
Yeah, I know. Even the like all the off-field drama that happens in NRL, like I think it's beat up to be more than what it is. But even shit like videos and stuff, who is it that sends those in?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
And it's like a real fucking dodgy video.
Yeah, it's just like,
and you're just like, how do you?
what do you get out of it? They must get money or something.
I think they must, but it's like you have to be the lowest of low to do that.
Get a bit of money and then you ruin someone else's career.
Yeah.
Like,
The media's just waiting to jump on anything negative.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Because it's just a big story. It's just headlines.
It's just clicks for them
Yeah.
on Facebook and
Yeah.
especially in Australia. Australia's bad for it.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
be so
definitely.
careful going out and doing anything. Just you
Yeah.
can't do anything like without like that. You just think anything can just lead into a headline. They don't care if it's that accurate, but as the headline reads, Brimson does this, and everyone's just.
Oh, I thought you were coming to the Tigers. I was happy.
You like the Tigers?
Yeah, well, that's what I support, and we're just like this close to the 8 every single year, and we need to sign someone. And I'm like, it was you, there was Latrell.
Latrell. You got Luciano.
Yeah, we got Lucci. That's good, but we need someone else. But it didn't work out.
Is Josh Reynolds still there?
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's got one more year left on his contract.
And is Marshall? Oh, yeah, is Marshall?
Marshall's going around again.
And Brooks.
Brooks,
Well-
yeah. And Little's at 9 this year, I think, because Farah's done.
I don't even know what position I would go if I went there because he's got a good spine. That's what I was thinking as well.
We don't have a Corey Thompson's fullback, but
He's good.
he's
I reckon he's a
the most
gun.
underrated. I reckon.
He's such a gun. That's what I was saying. Man, he's pretty good. I'll go there and start playing reserve grade.
What's it like when you read a headline? Did you see that? Like, you call that when you see a headline of yourself, it's like, oh, Brimson's going here.
Yeah,
Oh.
I read it was pretty much.
Mate,
nearly
I saw
done.
one. I got tagged one, and it said Brimson Arrow pretty much done deal, going to get announced soon. I'm just like
Where to?
to West Tigers,
Oh fuck.
and I'm
That's what
going.
Bailey's saying.
I'm going. Like I haven't spoken to Tigers at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard there was interest, but I hadn't actually spoken to them, and I was just like, who writes these things?
There's a lot of bullshit articles out there, eh?
Yeah, they got like some DMs from like West Tigers fan page saying, "Come to our club."
I was probably one of them. Is Latrell coming up?
to Titans. I see. Like, there's
You
all
probably
this-
can't comment on it anyway.
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
It's not like they say we're working on getting
Yeah.
players. You know, we don't. Honestly, the people ask me like, is Arrow staying? I have no idea.
Your
I have
mates?
as much as idea as you guys do.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he comes up and says, "Oh, they've offered me this." It's just all down low. There's a bit of banter and that. There's a bit of like,
Yeah.
you know, just like stop trying to get more money, like shit like
Yeah.
that. But it's not like my mate asked me like, "Is he going to Rabbitohs?" And I said, "Man, I have no idea." I said, "I haven't even seen the article." Hopefully he stays, but it's like those media people that release those pages, they get in so early. So, but I don't know about Latrell. I don't know what's happening. I heard he could be going to Union. I don't know if.
I heard he's going everywhere, man. I was stoked, and then even the Tigers boss is like, "Yeah, we're gonna offer him everything." I was like, "Fuck yes,
He's such a gun.
give us something."
Yeah, and then they pulled out of it.
Yeah,
They were just beating
got
around
him-
the bush too much.
yeah, got impatient or something. I think I don't know. He's still got another year at the Roosters. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that's
sure.
what I think locker room share. He said he's still got another year in.
And
it,
he's
like.
copping it bad as well, and he's not doing anything wrong, Latrell.
I
It's just-
don't know. That's just another thing. Like the media's just, and then that's probably what pissed Tigers off as well. Like it's just going back and forth all over. Every day there was a new article. I read that he rocked up in some nice car to the Roosters.
yeah,
And they
that's
were like-
bullshit.
They were like, is it not true?
No. Oh, I just think it's bullshit. That
I was saying he can spend his money however. If he wants to get a
Exactly.
nice car, get a nice. And I don't know if that article's true or not, but like, I was like, I'm sick of seeing things like about Latrell signing here, and then it'll be like, oh, he's got a new car, and it's like, give him a break.
he worked like
I think he's back home,
yeah,
like on a
worked
farm or
on the-
something,
helping out with
helping out with
bushfires, and he's just
bushfires,
copping
and he's
heat.
getting no congratulations to that. So I kind of feel sorry for him in that way, but I'm sure it'll all work itself. He's a good player, so
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll work.
What's he like as a bloke? Did you play?
Nah,
I didn't
haven't.
play nines, did he?
Nah, but we kind of stayed like with the Aussie boys because that's when they played.
Yeah.
When we were in the 23s and that. So no, he was a legend. Yeah, he was really cool. So I mean, I didn't speak to him that much, but he was always nice to me. And that said hello. So.
Sitting in the corner.
I
Hey,
was
Latrell.
just- Nah, it was good. He was a good guy, so hopefully he can work out what he's doing. But
Yeah. So obviously you wouldn't have read the article, but they did a big article on Titans for most paid players. It was like Taylor, Ryan James, Shannon Boyd, and someone else, but they were just like bashing them, saying they're overpaid and all this shit. What's your thoughts on like fans and people seeing how much you make per season?
I would never tell anybody like
How
what I
much?
signed for unless it's like my mum,
Yeah.
my brother, stuff like that.
The boss, the missus.
Not the missus.
Nah, just because then you kind of have different views on people. You know, if you know this guy's on X amount of money,
Yeah, exactly.
he has a bad game. It's like, man, they're paying him this much, and then it just starts getting out. And I'm like, man, I'd be annoyed that they're even putting that on Fox Sports. Like they're putting on their salary, so everybody knows what they're on. Like that was pretty shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want, you know, you don't know what money anybody else is making. Like,
Yeah, because I was listening to Nathan Peets' podcast. He did one with Ice, and he was saying he got heaps of inboxes from fans, and they're like, "You're on like 40K a month. Fucking do something." And he's like, "Who's on 40K a month? I'm not on fucking 40K a month."
He's funny, Petey.
Yeah. Oh, do you follow him on the gram?
Yeah.
He's got two them sons are cute, eh?
Yeah, they're so
Funny
cute.
man.
They're
One of them's a devil, but
the youngest one just Harlem. He spills his food everywhere.
little dinosaur.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Nah, he's funny, Pete. He's a bit of a roller coaster, but he's like, if you get him on his good days, he's the funniest dude ever, and he's just full of energy.
Yeah, what about
But he
him?
just crashes.
Yeah?
And he just walks in Monday morning like head down. Hey, Pete, nothing, just whatever. But nah, he's a good dude. He's funny, man.
Yeah. So you don't tell anyone about your contract, and
Nah,
you're not.
nah.
Yeah. Can you tell if someone's getting bashed in the media around the more around the group?
Well, I don't really know. I know that like with Ash last year, there was a lot of
like he copped a
negativity.
lot. Well,
Yeah, and to be honest, I thought he was playing alright, like in amongst the team, but obviously he took that a few weeks off just to kind of mentally recover, and it gets hard. Like it's pretty for the whole season. It's pretty full on. You don't get too much break. Like every week you think about your new game, and then every game you play, there's hundreds of thousands of people watching it, and you do something wrong by accident, and you just get an inbox saying, "Oh shit!" Like it's pretty. Like, you got to get up for it each week. And unless you're playing in a team like the Roosters who's winning every week, it gets pretty hard and draining. So I can understand why, you know, he wanted to kind of get away from it. I think he went to Toowoomba and was doing carpentry with his cousins or uncle.
Oh, he's working.
Yeah, he was working.
So you
know,
don't hear about that.
Nah.
You just think that he's on a fucking holiday.
Yeah.
bullshit
So
from
he
the
went
media.
back just to try to, I don't know, just like that, get away from footy and realise, you know, it's not the be all and end all. It's so
I mean, we're guilty of it ourselves. Like watching Tigers, like I'll abuse a player. I'll never send a message or anything though. But like us fans, we forget that you just don't go out there and be like, all right, let's play shit.
yeah.
You are out there trying to fucking win every
We're
week.
out there training hard, and then something goes on in the day, and it's not like you're going, oh, whatever, I played bad. It's like that night you're going, all
takes a
weekend,
toll.
all weekend. Say you play Friday night, you have review Monday. All weekend you're going, I'm gonna get sprayed in review. You walk in Monday depressed, going, just get this video over and done with. So like, and then it's cutthroat. You know, he has on the screen. He goes, AJ, what the F is this? This is lazy effort. And then everyone, your teammates, going like watching what you're doing. So it's not like you don't get, you know, we don't play bad. And Breno was like, it's all right, boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It wasn't like, it's sweet. Like, we're trying. You know, so. It gets pretty savage.
Do you get many messages?
I did. When we versed the Warriors, it was alright. I didn't feel as bad because I scored this try and there was about 3 minutes to go, and it was the last set, and Tuivasa-Sheck was in the line and we were down by 4, and there was like 4th tackle, and I shouldn't have done it, but I did it, and I was like, I'm just gonna back myself, and I went to grubber it through the line. And if it went through, I could have came off.
Yeah.
Someone stuck their leg out and they dove on it, and it was like 40 seconds ago, game was over. And I was like gutted, and I was like, frick, and everyone was like, what are you effing doing? I was like, yeah, whatever, stuffed up, sorry. And I got these messages going like, you effing, like a few, like, it was kind of funny, but like I got these messages in my request, it was just like, why would you kick it? Why? And then it's like, you ruined my mold here, all this shit. I was kind of like,
that'd be the most
I wanted to
comment.
reply to him and be like, yeah, man, fair. Like, I stuffed up. But, like, I wasn't, like, dwelling on their kind. You know, I don't really care because I know, like, when I watch sport, if I watch NBA, if someone misses a 3, I'm going, what are you doing, you spaz?
Open threes,
hit the 3, man. Like, I'm not going to DM somebody. I don't really care that much. But it's kind of funny because I've had some people saying, like, yes, mate, I had $100 on you to score, like, anytime try score, like, you made me 2,000, whatever tonight. And I reply to those ones like, yeah, nice. But it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny getting those hate. Like, I remember this one. He's like, why would you kick it wide with like 4 exclamation marks? I'm sorry.
All was on.
Yeah. I shouldn't have done it, but
Yeah.
it's all right.
So Garth gave you your debut.
Yep.
And he's gone this year.
Yep.
Gutted for that. Like,
I'm gutted for him. He was
Yeah.
really passionate for the club, and he was really like he was passionate. He wanted us to win, and he wasn't easy. He wasn't taking it easy on us, a lot on us. I just think the group wasn't really responding to what he was trying to get across after 2 years, and probably one of the worst seasons Titans history. So I think we needed a change, and
yeah.
we got Justin now, who seems awesome. So
What's your first impressions of him?
well, I heard he's really smart and good with like halves and ball players, so that was always exciting. And I met him just before preseason started, and he just seemed super relaxed. Just like I was chatting to him like just a normal convo. It wasn't like this is head coach, you know. It was kind of just like we're talking about the season ahead and how his season was overseas. And he's super chilled. He is intimidating, obviously, when he's angry, but he's he's a good guy to have a chat to on that. And he's simple. He doesn't want to overcomplicate things. He just wants to execute simple stuff like to perfection, which I guess is what we need to do. The way we're holding the ball last year. So, but no, he seems like a good guy.
Yeah, that's good then. How's pre-season?
It's that hot, man.
It's hot
It is
today.
warm, eh?
It's that we're back. We started back in November 4, and we just finished our 4th week. We finished at Crumman Stairs and that Woodgie Hill down there. My calves are still on that hill, bro. My calves are that sore. I've only got little calves, and and then we're back. We had a solid sesh yesterday, and we had like recovery this morning, but it's hot, man.
Yeah.
It's pre-season. Is it 5 days a week?
Yeah, so it's good. We get our weekends off, which helps. Unless you're in extras club, we train Saturday morning, but we train Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, our big days, and Wednesday morning it's kind of our recovery day, but you still come in, you do like in our altitude chamber.
Yep.
So you do like on a watt bike or a row, you kind of off your legs, but you get flogged, man. Like they're probably the hardest sessions of the week, but it's only like for 45 minutes and then you're done.
Yeah.
So it kind of breaks up the week, which is good. And then if you're in extras club, you go in Saturday morning, same sort of thing for about an hour in the altitude chamber and just get flogged. But it's good. You get our weekends. You kind of knock off Friday, and it's like sweet.
Yeah.
Get our weekends. So that helps.
Yeah. What's life outside of footy for you? What do you enjoy doing?
I'm pretty lazy. I just got a dog. I'm pretty lazy, man. Honestly, I would come home and sleep every day last year.
Yeah.
Come home and nap, wake up. My missus come home from work and say, "What's for dinner?" And I'm saying, "I have no idea. I don't know what year it is. I'm out of it." But now I've got a dog. I got a Kelpie.
Oh yeah.
Mellow.
Nice.
She's
Good
cute. So I kind of just started walking her now. She's getting a bit older. But now I come home and she's biting something or ripping something, so I can't nap, which it's kind of annoying. Yeah, it is. But hopefully she'll get older to the point where she...
Speaking of dogs.
You got a dog?
Yeah, a little sausage.
Is it cute? He or she?
Hey.
What's
Freddie.
his name?
Freddie. He's a fucking psycho.
Probably
he?
run up here soon.
Oh, here he is.
Is he?
Yeah.
You patting him? Oh, fuck.
Hey. Oh, look at his nose. Freddie.
Yeah, so you just got a little dog.
Yeah, Mellow, little Kelpie.
Mellow.
Yeah, LaMelo ball. Nah, I don't even know. Bro.
Are you going to watch me play in Brisbane this weekend?
No, I'm going to 660. Their
yeah.
band. But I think I would have, because when we had our 23s, they were in it was in Wollongong,
Yeah.
and he had a game on Tuesday night, and we were in camp, but we had like a team dinner out at a restaurant or something, and I was gutted. I was like, I would love to go watch. I mean, I'm not like a massive Melo fan, but it'd be cool.
Yeah, we're going to watch him this Saturday. Well, I'm going to watch him this Saturday.
Yeah, that'd be sick. He's killing it lately. So.
Yeah, 2 triple doubles in a row or something.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'd be mad. But yeah, we got 60. I like 660, so that should be good too.
So what do you do on the weekends? Just walk your dog?
Weekends.
When you're not playing footy?
Super chill, man. I probably always go out for brekkie.
Yeah.
I live with my brother and my missus now, and my mate who's moving back in this weekend. But he's a bit stingy. He never pays for brekkie, so he cooks his bacon, eggs, and like I do that sometimes. But like, there's nothing better on Sunday morning going out to brekkie and Burley or something. So every Sunday at least go out to brekkie, then you should go to the beach. But I like sometimes play basketball.
Yeah.
Go to the indoor courts, or I play tennis. Been playing a bit of tennis lately. We went on Sunday to go play basketball for a few hours, and but there was futsal on.
Oh, yeah.
So I might start a futsal comp, because I think stuff like that's so fun. You know, like Tuesday
Yeah.
night futsal with your
That's what we
mates.
do.
Yeah,
Do you just do it?
Yeah,
they've got a team.
It's like me, my missus, Bailey's missus, and like just a few mates. We just play over Tuesday night.
Is it futsal?
Yeah, it's futsal. It's
Oh.
just at a Rundle.
Jeez. I want to get in. Seriously. I'm honestly like,
Let him in.
Yeah,
It'd be
like
that
we're
fun.
always short for players, dude. So
yeah,
you're getting a
'cause
DM.
I just want to get like my mates and that, and I just kind of want
Yeah.
to verse people that are real serious and just like have a laugh. Just kind of like get pumped probably, but like, or like we're going to start up a basketball tourney.
Yeah.
Get dunked on, but all good. Like,
Yeah.
Just try shoot threes.
Just
and
getting them boards.
as soon as you get that 1-3, just carry on.
Getting flogged, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, on the weekends, if I go out early, just have a few.
Yeah, I've seen you out in Burleigh a few times.
Really?
Yeah.
I just go Justin Lane, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Justin Lane.
Yeah.
So
We're
chilled.
We're always at Burleigh Hotel because our
Yeah.
cricket club's sponsored by them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we just go chill out there.
Nah, it's good. I like Billy Hotel.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. I usually just chill, bro. Go beach. Now I chill with the dog. Do stuff around there.
You play a bit of Fortnite?
I used to.
Yeah.
I
bad?
don't anymore.
Were you bad back in the day, like addicted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what helped me with my debut. So I think I got told on the Tuesday we played Saturday night. Man, when you think I wasn't thinking about the game all week, obviously I was thinking about it. I just couldn't wait to get home and play Fortnite. Every day I would get home, and my housemate at the time loved it,
Yeah.
and we would just get home and we'd just go death for death. Like as soon as you die,
Just sachet.
yeah, it was sick. And like that was just, you just couldn't wait to get home, get a feed, sit there and just hear that music and get on the bus.
It's bad, man. So many people are addicted to it and
So
still,
good.
like...
It's like I got back into it for a little bit just because you jump on the mic with boys that you train with and that, and you just talk that much dribble, just talk smack and
Yeah, all the footy boys love it. Or used to love it when it was
sick.
hot.
Especially like when one of your mates gets knocked and you just refuse.
It's
to
good for
help.
banter, eh?
It's so good. No, it was good. So that helped me through my debut
Yeah.
because that's what I was thinking about. trying to get some dubs.
Do you want we'll do a little Q&A to stand?
Sweet.
We put up a post and got a few messages.
Got some good ones in there.
There's
actually.
some dumb ones, but man.
Oh, there's always dumb ones, man. I jump on Clarkies and a few others, and there's always
I will start with Clarky then, because Clarky sent one.
Yeah, I think it's an inside joke.
good old Clarkie.
He said, "Who's your favourite reporter and why are you such a bad chef?"
I'm not a bad chef at all.
I seen that the other night too.
Yeah, we do House MKR.
Your brother killed you.
Hey?
Your brother and your missus killed you.
Yeah, they tied, so I don't know what's going on there. But
Who judges? You
So
all just judge each other?
we all judge each other, so we just do a 3-course meal. I went first, then my missus, then Will. And I don't know. I think there's a bit of controversy. I was pretty annoyed. I looked at the scores, and we had a bit of a blow-up 2 nights ago.
Who's your favourite reporter?
Oh, probably Clarkie.
I love that.
That's all he's
He thinks you're the
supporting
man. Like, we're talking to him today about you.
Well, I think he just brings that positive vibe compared to all the other media. Like, I think he did a video today I saw about other media people. People hating on him.
Buzz shared one of his posts and was going off about it.
Oh, I see. I didn't see that. Was he
Yeah.
roasting him?
Oh, I think he just addressed, Clarky just addressed one of Buzz's posts and then put it as his own. Like, some player must have inboxed Clarky and just said, "This is wrong, this is what I'm doing." And Clarky just put it up, and then Buzz took a screenshot and chucks it on Twitter and wrote some shit.
I mean, like, Clarkie,
He does it all for free as
he
well.
has nothing to worry about. Like, all the players, I think, back Clarkie because he's never, ever trying to do a negative story.
No.
So, and like you said, he does it for free. Like, he's not trying to get anything out of it.
Yeah,
So
I think he just loves it.
He loves it,
Loves
man.
NRL.
he loves Titans too.
Yeah, he does. He's a
Hardcore
huge
fan.
fan.
He's loyal.
Would you like to see a draft system like the NBA implemented in rugby league?
Maybe. It could be alright. It's pretty cool watching the draft and
Yeah.
that, but I don't know. I'm kind of like, I reckon the system works pretty well now,
Yeah.
so it could kind of stuff it. But a draft would be cool. Maybe.
How do you best deal with adversity being under such a big microscope like the NRL?
Can you say that again? Sorry.
Let's read that one.
How do you best deal with adversity being under such a big microscope? I don't know. I guess you just try not be a hero and try not be arrogant and that sort of stuff. Because especially like when I was young and you'd meet players, some you'd go away thinking like, what a legend, and some would be like, oh, he's kind of got a bit arrogant or a bit too cool. So whenever anyone wants a photo with me or kids, I'm stoked. I'm like,
Yeah.
you sure?
Because it'd be rewarding for you as well.
Oh, I love it. if kids actually want to get a photo of me, they generally do.
Like
I'm
kids know
stoked.
you and you're like, fuck, like,
100%.
made it.
Yeah, no, that's what I was always used to say. Like, if kids actually stop me and say like, "Can I get a photo or something?" That's sick.
It's reward.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
So I
rewarding.
love it, and it's not to the point where I get stopped a lot. It's just every now and then.
Yeah.
So no, it's good.
I feel like if you give, like Ice was saying on one of his podcasts, like NRL players, their career's like 10 years long. If you give back to the fans why you're good, they will remember you, because once that 10 years is done, you're a nobody, unless you're fucking an immortal and kind of thing.
I think we actually had a question about that. It was he asked it. He's like something to do with. I'll find it. It was a good question.
Oh, what's your thoughts on growing your personal brand outside the game?
What that kind of entails with that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like, that's the sort of same thing. Like, I always try to give off like the, I don't know, don't try to be a hero. If somebody's at Justin Lane says something, I'm never gonna snub them on that. I'm always appreciative. So, I guess you want to be known as a good guy outside the game. So if you are playing bad, you've always got that kind of, oh, like he's a legend. He's a good guy, but he doesn't. I mean, if you're a douchebag and playing bad, then everyone's gonna be off you. But I guess if you've met me and I'm playing bad, you might be like, oh, like, he doesn't think he's the best. You might give me the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Look after me a little bit.
Oh, I'll tell you what I've actually been. What's like the go? Do you have like a clothing brand?
Yeah, Che.
We wondered how to say
The
it.
rings are sick. I seen you have those on the other day, and I was like, fuck, where do you get them? Did you have a website?
So it kind of started. It first started as my brother used to say it, and then kind of a few years later, he used to just say it on everything, and then I started. Like I'd put up a photo of footy, and I'd just hashtag it, just completely randomly. No one knew what it was, and then we kind of just thought like, and then I started Che Cuts. I started cutting hair, and I called it Che Cuts.
That's hectic.
So everyone started saying like, everyone always thought it was Chi. It looks
that's
like
what
Chi.
I thought it was Chi.
Yeah. But it is Che. Everyone in kind of the club be like, oh, Che, as soon as I walk in. So I'm like, it's Che, but whatever. And it kind of got a bit bigger, people were going like, yo, Che, whatever. And then I was like, I don't want to be anything like YKTR. I'm not going to start vlogging or anything like that. But yeah, I'll start saying like, we said, let's get some clothes, like stuff like this. Yeah. And we didn't make it so we can make bulk money or make money off it. It was more of like we get to wear our own clothing. So when we go Burley, I'll be in a hat and a shirt, he'll be in a shirt, and someone else will be in a different shirt, and it's kind of like we're all just wearing it out. And then people would be like, oh, what is that? And you can say it's your own clothing.
Yeah,
that's you're not trying to sell it to them and that. Yeah. And then we said like, man, my brother said, man, I want to get like fat rings made. Like proper ones that kind of stand out, like you can see them. So we went to Kick and Hip Grave, got this guy in Palm Beach called Ribs and Dust. Yeah. Shout out. Nah. And he's good. He's a legend. I just went to his house, said I want like a big circle face. I want this written on it. And then he got 3 made. It was pretty exciting. I think this was 400. But it's like, it's real and it's solid. It's solid. And then we were in Barcelona, Spain, and Will decided to get a tattoo there. So then I got that one there just because I don't know, we were overseas. And he was like, I'm going to get a Che tattoo. And I was like, oh, sweet. Like, let's both get it. So, but yeah, shirts. I have like a little I got an Instagram called Che Clothing. Yeah. But it's not that professional. Like, half the shirts on there are probably already like, I've already sold kind of. So, like, if anyone's going to buy anything, probably DM me first. Say, like, is it still available? I got like this Depop thing with Mrs. eBay account. Yeah. Oh, sick. Yeah.
And you're not selling the rings, obviously, because
these are kind of founders only.
That's sick.
Day ones only. But shirts, and I got visors and like kind of 5-panel made, but they were only samples. But I'm getting heaps more visors because a lot of people like the visors. Something different. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty cool. I'll let you guys know if I get some more hats in.
Yeah, sweet.
Some shirts.
Best sledge an opponent has given you. It's kind of hard to think of, eh?
It is hard, but I always remember one. Not that it's a bad.
Can you name him?
Yeah, Vunivalu. It wasn't a bad sledge or anything. Yeah. It was my debut. Actually, this is a bad thing I did on my debut as well. I've called it off a dropout. Yeah. And I've just lobbed it forward. Like, the forward was just real flat, and I've just passed it to him forward. Like, lazy error. Just kind of like didn't run forward and pass it back. I just popped it. And I just always remember he was just like, nice Brimson. Like, in and I was just like, I honestly was like, Vunivalu knows who I am. Yeah, like, no one's really been that bad. But I just remember he's always like, hey, nice Brimson. Like, when they're all patting me on the head, and I was kind of like, whatever. And I was like, all good. Vunivalu knows me. Sweet.
Yeah, that's hectic.
Yeah, I was actually like low-key pretty happy, eh?
Yeah. Is there a lot of banner? between oppositions?
Sometimes. But I mean, I was standing at the scrum against Josh Reynolds my first year, and I'm thinking this guy's gonna be a mad grub, and he's just going, "How good's NRL? Eh? Hey, you loving it?" I'm going.
Really?
I'm sitting in the scrum going, "Yeah, it's mad." He goes, "How good's this?"
Yeah.
I was
That's
like,
crazy,
"What a legend!"
Mm.
But I thought you'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
But like, you've always heard he's a grub and that.
Yeah.
But I've heard he's a legend off the field. But yeah, I remember him saying like, he's just talking to the scrum going, "This is mad, eh, bro? You enjoying it?" It's like, we're in the middle of a game. But nah, yeah, it's usually pretty good.
Yeah. Biggest pest at Titans?
Nathan Peets or Philip Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Philip Sammy he's dumb, man. He does dumb stuff and yeah, nah, he's pretty funny, but he's one of my good mates.
Yeah. Favourite rapper?
Drake. Drizzy. You off him?
He's alright. Just
Who do you like?
I'm a white boy. I like Eminem. I don't really.
Oh, Eminem's the go.
Yeah.
But like, I like more Drake songs.
Yeah. I think I just don't like him because everyone loves him.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He's got some good music, but one of my best mates just like I lived with him for 2 years, and it was just Drake every fucking day. I'd probably love Drake if I didn't live with him.
Yeah.
Just copped it all the time.
I'm on the biggest J. Cole bandwagon at the moment.
He's good, man. How good has he been in the last couple of years?
Oh, he's so good, dude.
Yeah, no, I rate him. He's up there.
What's your thoughts on the daily M points and how that system works? Do you know much about that? Like, you know the 3-2-1?
Yeah, isn't it like whoever's is it commentating or like?
Yeah, they
the
pick
grounds?
it. I just don't like it because, like, what was it? No disrespect to Luke Brooks because he's a Tiger, but 2 years ago, because he was in a struggling team, he got a lot of 3-point things. You can't tell me that he was better than someone like was Thurston playing that year, but kind of like because it's 3-2-1, like wingers and centers, they don't really get points.
Yeah.
So someone like Latrell, like, he's the best center in the game, and then I don't know who got it last year, but like, do you like the way the system's? You don't really care.
I don't really know how else. It's a hard thing to judge.
Mm.
I kind of feel like in the end, the best player usually wins though. It's kind of like Tedesco deserved it this year. Tedesco got
Definitely.
it. And I guess until it's kind of like I know what you mean. Like Luke Brooks came like second or third. Well, he did really well a couple of years ago, and it was kind of a shock to everyone.
Yeah, it's like no disrespect, he's a good player, but it's kind of like really?
Well, yeah, I understand, but I don't really know how else you can do it. It's hard because always just you have to judge it.
There's a lot of bias in it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is hard.
I had a bet on the AFL one this year. Do you watch much AFL?
No.
This guy, Nat Fyfe, he won it. He got, I think Fremantle got smashed by 80 points or something, and he got 3 points. I was like, they fucking got belted by 80. Yeah, but AFL's different. Favourite teammate? For, it says each, so like Titans, Queensland, Australia.
Oh, okay.
Who's your your best mate kind of favourite?
In Titans, it would be Philip Sammy.
You gonna cop a bit of stick for that?
Hey?
You gonna cop a bit of stick for
Nah,
that?
that's right.
Should the boys be salty?
Nah.
Queensland.
Probably.
It's kind of hard because you were only there for a
I was only there for a week, so it'd probably be maybe Corey Norman. He was pretty cool. I roomed with him. I roomed him in the emerging camp as well at the start of the year. And
What's he like?
Yeah, he's chilled, bro. He's exactly the way he plays. Laid back, chilled, mad dog.
Yeah, wears good kit. He's got good clothes.
Yeah,
got a good style.
Yeah, well, he's with Whiteheads. So and in Australia, be Victor Radley. I roomed with him.
Yeah, Victor Bra.
Victor Bra. Nah, he's funny, man.
How good was his when he won that comp the first year? He's like beers.
Oh, that's exactly what he's like, man. He's exactly like, he's a legend.
Yeah.
He's funny.
Do you want to be it's hard to tell this, but do you want to be a one club player?
Yeah, I guess I do. Like I don't really see myself at the moment moving away.
Yeah.
So hopefully it just kind of depends on how we're going and the opportunity as well.
Yeah.
If I'm not going to be playing, obviously I'll look somewhere else. But if I can stay and I'm enjoying it, then I definitely want to stay.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you get hit up all the time by like brands and shit?
Nah, not really.
Are you sponsored by anyone at the moment?
Well, I mean, I have like a boots and
Yep.
shoes deal with Nike, which is pretty bait. A lot of players have that, so that's it.
Yep.
And just Jay.
Don't need none.
Where should Latrell end up? Where do you think
Well,
he should go?
I haven't read enough. I don't know why. What's happening at the Roosters?
Where do you think he's best suited?
Probably Roosters.
Yeah.
I mean,
why would you want to leave an environment where you're winning comps?
I think he's playing good footy there, and he's well suited. They got Kiri and that down coordinator on that edge. Like he plays well with Tupu. It's like he looks like he enjoys it. So I'm going to say Roosters.
Do you know much about Supercoach?
Nah.
No? Okay. 'Cause I have him in my team, and like in games, you just sit there, he won't do much, but then all of a sudden he can just go bang, 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 and then wins your Supercoach game.
He played good against your Tigers that game.
Yeah, fuck. I had him as captain, so it's all right.
Oh, that helps.
I was sitting there cheering for him. I don't care. Yeah. How can Dad and Uncle Bailey grow big legs like yours? That was from Evan's dog Instagram account. So that'd be his missus.
Oh, is that
Liza.
standard?
Wait, so what does it say? How can they grow big legs? I don't have big legs. I wouldn't know.
We cop
maybe
it.
squat.
What about calves? How do you get and work on the calves?
I gave up on calves years ago.
Yeah.
I used to, when I was in about year 12, I used to
Torture, man. They just don't grow.
No, they don't do anything. So it's stuff that, I mean, they get sore enough running around, so that's got to be enough workout. But I would never go to the gym and do calves. No way. So
This one's for me. What's your diet like? Because when I was young, I remember, like, when I was 13, 14, I used to just think that you ate, like, breakfast. You were on a diet the whole time, like salad, didn't eat out. But now, like, a bit older, obviously know that that's not what happens. Like, what do you eat? Like, are you on a diet or anything like that?
I have a pretty casual diet. It's kind of like, you know, I don't go and get Maccas often and that sort of stuff, but if I go out, you know, I'm getting a kebab after. If I want, like, we get grilled Friday night, I'll go get grilled. I'm not like, you know, I'm not going to order my burger without a bun. I just pretty chill with dinners. I'm always eating like spaghetti or basic stuff like that. I'm not like, oh, this has got carbs. I'm not really, especially in preseason when you're running it off every day. But it's pretty casual. It's a pretty casual diet. Without in season, always have a cheat meal after the game. But like leading up to the last like 3 nights, that lead up to the game, I eat pretty healthy. Yeah. But you know,
so they don't give you like a diet plan, the Titans.
We have nutrition stuff, and if you feel like you need it, or if your skin folds aren't good, fitness isn't good, they might put you on one.
Fuck.
Like people that need to lose weight.
Yeah.
That need to come down. They'll be on some sort of a plan, drinking ban, all that sort of stuff. But if your skinny's good and you're hitting your targets with your fitness, they're pretty happy days. Yeah. Obviously without going crazy. But like, you know, Coles do those mad cookies. So like those Smarty cookies, and they're that cheap, man. It's hard not to get them.
Junk food's so cheap.
It's
so I'm always trying to go on like a health
They
kick,
want us to be fat.
Yeah.
And it's just so easy. Just snacks is what gets you. The afternoon, you're sitting there, and just Red Rock Deli chips. You're like,
what about game day feed?
Probably Subway.
Yeah.
Go out if we have like a night game. Have a decent brekkie. If we're playing at night, I have Subway. If we're playing like 2:00, I won't eat. I'll eat brekkie, but I won't eat lunch or anything because I don't want to be. I hate being like feeling full.
Yeah. What about post game? You just smash McDonald's.
Macca's.
Yeah.
Macca's. Me and Phil.
Go to Macca's order.
After a game, just chicken burger, extra chips, 10 nuggets, and McFlurry.
It's not a bad order.
Yeah, I like chicken burgers and always get extra chips because one chip just isn't enough.
Yeah. And
then nuggets is just always a good add. And Oreo and M&M mixed McFlurry.
The caramel sauce?
Nah, that's too much for me. That's just one too much. Nah. And then Macca's Fana's good from there.
Lastly, do you have any superstitions?
Yeah.
Like before the game and shit like that?
I'm not too bad with superstition. I get a bit of OCD like in my locker.
Yeah.
I don't leave it messy. It's kind of like if I have my mouthguard case, I put my shoes there. I'm not like that freaky, but I just make sure it's all kind of neat.
Yeah.
And I just make sure I have a decent pair of undies on. You know, you've always got average and then you've got your Calvins and that. So I just make sure I've got a decent pair of undies. But other than that, I'm pretty chilled. Yeah. Not too bad.
Sweet.
I mean, we've crossed an hour. Did you have to go somewhere?
Oh, I'm going out for dinner, Main Beach.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, well, just like, because I'm down here, I just text my brother and that said, we'll go for a feed down here, like by the water. Something different, break up the week a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
wrap it up then.
Yeah, we're very thankful, bro, for coming on.
Yep.
Too easy, man. It's been good, bro. It's been chilled.
Sweet.
Debut podcast.
Mate, I'm stoked. I want more.